Hello, how's it going? Um, this is a video that goes out to two subscribers who sent me questions on one of my videos. I want to give you my money, but episode 2. One's named Albedo238, and the second one is Queen Farah. And I have to say that I am happy that I'm glad that you guys actually left constructive and good comments and constructive and good questions. Um, Basically, I'm going to do Queen Farah's first because her comment was good. Um, she said that mobile games do well in Japan. That is true and not true. Mobile games do well in Japan when their mobile industry is very similar to ours in regards to, like, you have people who pay their mobile services. They use their phones to like for streaming, to stream movies and watch movies and stuff like that. Um, the mobile games that they play on their smartphones in Japan are like, like the 99-cent iPhone type stuff. Nothing that's really what you would call, what's the word I'm looking for? Nothing really substantive. Like, you're not going to see the market for 10, 15, 20, dollars being spent on mobile games in Japan is very slim to none. Okay? And the Japanese gamers they don't really like MMOs. They don't really like pay-to-play games. They don't like microtransactions. Okay? So the market, the market that Capcom is trying to get into with their mobile division is it's kind of bass backwards, is what I'm saying. Okay? Because the Japanese gamers like value. Okay? It's the reason why the Wii was such a success. It's the reason why, with the lowering of the Wii's price and the bundles, that the Wii is starting to gain traction in Japan. Japanese gamers like value. They don't like to feel like they're getting screwed over. Okay? Old school gamers here in America are kind of like Japanese gamers. I don't like MMOs. The only MMO game that I play right now is Guild Wars 2 and the original Guild Wars. And the reason I like the original Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 is because you buy it, it's yours. Like, I don't have to pay a subscription fee because, that's insult on top of injury. But anyway, so, like, the idea of mobile gaming being this saving grace for a company as large as Capcom, the only way mobile gaming would be a saving grace for a company as large as Capcom is if they microtransactioned it to death, which it's not going to gain traction because Japanese gamers don't like microtransactions. Or if they were to make a decently priced, like $5 to $10 priced mobile game that, if it had microtransactions, they were very subtle. But Capcom isn't that good. Basically, every 2 to 3 years, major people are leaving Capcom. Talented people are leaving Capcom. So basically, they don't have enough. They're suffering from a talent deficit. Okay, and that leads me to my second question, Albedo238, who gave us a question about. Let's see if I can bring it up. He said, I think a better example for the whole Capcom shitting on Inafune's legacy would have been saying how Masahiro Sakurai left Nintendo to form Sora Limited, and yet Nintendo didn't put Kirby on the back burner. Which is true, Nintendo didn't put Kirby on the back burner, but Masahiro Sakurai was one of a team of people that created Kirby. Technically speaking, the current president, worldwide president and CEO of Nintendo, Iwata, helped to create Kirby just as much. And, I doubt Iwata's going to let the game that basically helped put him on the map go down the tubes. whoever he basically says that they still have him working on Smash Brothers games. What did Inafune do to piss off Capcom so much? Inafune didn't do anything to piss off Capcom. What happened was basically Capcom, whoever is their CEO, is very short-sighted. They're doing they're trying to get into mobile games, but mobile games were really hot like 5 years ago. If you're trying right now, they're getting the leftovers, and that's not really going to help them. I mean, it's not. It's not going to help them. So whoever the CEO of the company is, they really need to do some growing up and stop appeasing the Western markets by creating these games that lack the charm of the games this company used to make. And he's right. Basically, the problem with Capcom is they're trying, and as I earlier said, whoever their CEO is, Keiji Inafune had been discontent for a long time because basically they wouldn't let him make any new IPs. They just stuck him with Mega Man, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's no vision at Capcom. In order to be a CEO of a company, you need to have vision. You need to you're the leader. You're the quarterback of the team. You have to be able to lead everyone under you and say, okay, this is where we want to be. This is where we want to go. And you don't get that from any of the CEO of Capcom, whoever the people at top who are making the money-making decisions. I mean, these people, they're terrible. So basically, when Inafune left, there was no one left to carry on his legacy. Now, if you look at Nintendo, Miyamoto has gotten older. They promoted him from being the guy who pretty much was working on a team by himself to overseeing teams to now he's basically over at being over the department of various teams to now he's up in the upper echelons. He's one of the executive directors, okay? So he's not doing day-to-day stuff. He's overseeing a whole bunch of stuff, okay? Whole parts of the company. But the thing is before they did any of this, they had Miyamoto train people under him. What most people don't understand, people are saying Super Mario 3D World is such an awesome game. That game was not made by Shigeru Miyamoto. It was made by people he trained. So basically, Nintendo said, we know that this guy is going to retire someday, or he's not going to be making games, but guess what? Boom, this was made by people he trained. And if we're getting games like Super Mario 3D World from people Miyamoto trained, I have no doubts in my mind that Mario is in good hands. Okay? Mario's dad's getting a little old. He's he's moving on to other things, but his kid's in good hands, okay? I cannot say that about Mega Man. Okay? Because there's no one carrying on that legacy. I mean, Keiji Inafune is the only dude who's still carrying it on. And Capcom, they dropped the ball on this because they basically went and said, oh, well, we canceled all these games because there was no fan response. Now, that's asinine because there are huge Mega Man fans. I've been to cons, I've seen people dressed as Mega Man. I've been to unofficial cons. I've been to video game things. When I was in college, I went to E3. I mean, there are people who love Mega Man. I mean, love it. And Mega Man was their workhorse. Mega Man was Capcom's Mario, okay? He wasn't in the caliber of earning for Mario, but he was a dependable source of income. And they basically said, screw that. I'm going to go with, whatever. I'm going to go with these Western IPs these Westernized IPs that they're going with. And that's not smart. It's not smart. It's not good. Fortunately, Keiji Inafune is creating Mighty Number 9, which is basically Mega Man 2.0. Mega Man X 3.0. It's basically Mega Man X 3.0. That's what Mighty Number 9 is. If I was Capcom, I would make an exclusive licensing deal with Keiji Inafune, and just like have his studio that exists right now, because he's not coming back for Capcom. But I would pay his studio money to make Mega Man games. I would get those Mega Man games out. That's something that Capcom could do to really bring Mega Man back, because Capcom's new IPs aren't working because a lot of the talent is gone. I've been looking at reviews for Dead Rising 3. I mean, people are liking it because it was dormant for so long, but Dead Rising, I mean, you can't rely on Dead Rising. They took, Capcom has only been making money with Monster Hunter, which, on the 3DS because of its huge install base, and they take that profit, and instead of putting it immediately back into making like more profitable things, they're putting it on a risky move in an industry spike that was hot 5, 6, 7 years ago. Now, that's stupid. I am not the CEO of a huge business. I am the majority shareholder of a bar arcade business, but I can tell you right now that if you get into a hot trend on the ground floor, i.e. before it's hot or just when it's beginning to take off, you're much more likely to be successful than if you try to get the leftovers, or seconds, as it were. So basically, this goes out to Albedo. I appreciate your question, and basically that's the problem with Capcom. They can fix it, as to restate my conclusion. They can fix it by basically like doing a exclusive licensing deal with Concept, which is Inafune's new thing, where they make the new Mega Man, like bring those Mega Man games back, let Inafune work on it. And maybe, if they, maybe the head of the company can do the shame bow, which you can go look it up. In Japan, they have like different bows, but they also have the shame bow, which is like the ultimate defacing. You're like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I slept with your daughter and I didn't know she was 13 or whatever. But basically, the shame bow is the ultimate shame, ultimate reconciliation gesture. And if they did that to Inafune, and I'm not saying he's going to come back, because he's not, because he'd rather be by himself, but if they said, could you please train someone, could you please help us find someone who can take over the Mega Man mantle, I'm pretty sure Inafune could help them find someone, because Capcom needs Mega Man. They desperately need Mega Man. They cannot afford to not have Mega Man. They can't. They don't have the IPs for it. Lost Planet 3 was a joke. Resident Evil has gone downhill since Shinji Mikami left. Their new IPs, like, they released that game that was a new IP, and it, like, they talked about it for like a week, and then it just disappeared. I think the sales for it were abysmal for a new IP. Let's see, what else? Capcom, I mean, I love them, but they've just been making some bad decisions. So, I mean, that's how they could come back, is basically by bringing back Mega Man. They need to bring back Mega Man. I mean, like I said in another vid on my channel, Capcom getting rid of Mega Man is like Nintendo saying when Miyamoto retires, oh, no more Mario. Sorry. Yeah. That's not bright. That's not bright. But yeah, so just wanted to give that out. This goes out to Albedo238 and Queen Farah. That's just her title, Queen Farah. So you guys, I'm glad you guys participated in the question and answer comment section. Thank you. We need more of these, so you guys can leave questions, comments that you want me to cover in the comment section of this vid, and I'll try to respond. Good day.